Hey there, friends, it's Mark from Men Who Bullet. Thanks for hanging out today as we unbox the June subscription box from Archer and Olive. One of my favorite things about being on the design team when I was getting these subscription boxes and doing all of the sneak peeks on Instagram and YouTube and everywhere else. It's just so much fun to try to like sneak peek little bits of these so that you don't know exactly what's coming, but then you'd also have like a little bit of an idea. I've just been absolutely just loving these subscription boxes now as a consumer. Now that I'm not on the design team, I don't get the boxes for free. I'm paying for them, and this is my second one. It's part of the subscription that I'm doing myself. So I thought today, let's unbox this together. If you haven't already seen some of the unboxings, this will be your first time along with me opening this up. If you have seen them, it's going to go through my reactions and talk a little bit about the things that are inside of here. We'll take an up-close look and overall give you my opinion. So really looking forward to it. So let's go ahead and start unboxing. All right, so first things first, I love that it came inside of the other box. In the past, they had shipped the boxes themselves with the packaging right on top of it. So it would come, and most of the time the boxes were pretty beat up. So it's cool to see that they've been trying to evolve the way in which they send these to you. So the box is beautiful and pristine. It is ready for summer, and I am ready to open it up. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the first thing that's gonna come out of this box. Ooh, it's going to be the Acrylograph Colors here. So it's been a minute since we've had the Acrylographs inside of the subscription boxes. They've been including a lot more of their Acrylograph pens. The last subscription box that they sent had all of those really cool greens inside of there. So let's go ahead and open this one up and take a look at what we have inside. I've been trying to use my Acrylographs more and more. As I've gone through, I just realized like I have a drawer of them and I really need to start using them a lot more. So excited to add these to the bunch. Let's go ahead and take a look. So we see Acrylograph, water-based acrylic, non-toxic. I don't think we had a name on this one. Nope, no name. So just June subscription box is what we'll call this one. So you'll see that it comes with the packaging on here, just clipped here all together. So we will take this off. I don't know if this is true or not, but someone I saw online said that they've been using this side of the holder to test out and kind of get their acrylographs going, and then they can wipe it off. I have never tried it, but maybe when we try some of these colors in a minute, we'll see exactly what they look like. But let's go through the color names that we have on here first. Oh no, there aren't any color names on these. In the past, these ones have come with names on them. The most recent ones did. So I'm a little, I'm a little disappointed because as a person who is color deficient, it is helpful for me to be able to distinguish some of the colors apart from each other. So like my blue purples and my yellow greens sometimes get mixed up a little bit, but like I know that this is yellow and I know that this is orange and I know that this is like a light blue maybe. See? When it gets like light like this, I can't really tell you. But we've got 5 of them in here. Oh man, I'm sorry. I'm really bummed about that. I was really hoping that we would have the names on these because that's one of my favorite things is having the colors on there. So if you've never used Acrylographs before, these are really awesome. They're paint pens. They come out really nice and opaque. You do shake them up to get them started, and then you get the color started with the tips here. All right, let's go ahead and pull out the next thing inside of our box. All right, we got this here, Archer and Olive, wax seal and wax set. Oh, this is so cool. So this, my friend, is something that has been talked about showing up inside of subscription boxes for a really long time. Anytime we were sneak peeking things and they would see something that looked a little bit like a wax seal, the spoiler groups would go crazy because everybody wanted them. And actually some of the things that used to give it away, I actually have one over here, on some of the packaging they were putting these adhesive wax seals. So whenever someone saw these, they were like, oh my gosh, there's a wax seal coming. We're getting it, friends. And here's what's inside of here. So we have 2 of the wax burners. So what it is kind of like a candle, and then you burn the end of that, and then you drip it onto your envelope or whatever you're putting this into. And then you take your wax seal and then you press it on top and let that set for a second. And then when you pull it off, it looks really nice. So there's 2 of the waxes that are inside of here. Just says sealing wax on it with a nice little emblem. And then we have our wax print that's here as well on a nice handle. And this has some, looks like limes and lemons inside of there. I don't know if you can really see that or not. There we go. So that's inside of here. Now online, I did see that someone said that this was able to be removed, which is awesome. So it has a screw and then this on the end. And I'm really excited about this because when I saw this in the spoiler groups, it made me think that maybe more of these are on the way. I have no idea now that I'm not on the design team. I don't get those sneak peeks and those hints like I used to. But we've seen a lot of things come inside of these subscription boxes first before they ever make it out to the public. So for instance, when we got those acrylic stamps in, I don't remember which subscription box that was the first time that we saw those type of rubber clear stamps. And then like the next season after that, they had an entire selection of different type of acrylic stamps that you could buy. So I'm curious, I'm wondering, we'll have to keep our eyes out if maybe Archer and Olive will start to come out with other types of the tips that come on this thing. And then you'd have like a collection of like, the Bonnie, I call them the Bonnie leaves, but the leaves that Archer and Olive does a lot of. I'd love to see them in some of these. There's a lot of opportunity with this. And what's cool is that because it is removable, maybe we'll see something like that. So let's go ahead and put this away. Definitely going to be trying this out. It's like, all right, so next we have washi. There's always washi in here. I have like so much washi now. And I don't mean that in like Archer and Olive, ew, I have all this washi, but I do. I have an absolute ton of it now. And I'm like at the point where I'm kind of washied out, to be honest with you. Like I like having it. I think it's good to go. But the problem I've always had with washi personally is that it's not always made for kind of more minimalist or more like kind of masculine type notebooks. I always watch myself when I say things like this because I don't want to try to gender something one way or the other. But for myself, I just have a little bit more of a masculine style to my journal. And a lot of the washi tapes that are out there don't always kind of vibe with that. And so when you get collections, you might get like one that has like a black and a white pattern in it, but then everything else, there may be colors that I don't use. And it's okay. I mean, my kids love washi. So if there's ever anything that I don't use, it usually goes right to them. Washi is just like in every single box now. So I just don't usually buy it when it's a part of the other like summer collections or the fall collections, but I always get it inside of these boxes. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 washis that are inside of this time around. We do have this one washi here. They've been doing some of these bigger washis recently that has a cool pattern on it. This all has a very nice like summer vibe to it. I absolutely love it. Just kind of the look. So lemons and like very open and fresh things like that, which are cool. We have another one, kind of that regular size washi there. It has a pattern all the way around it, which is nice. This is really beautiful. Here's one of the washi. So this looks like it has oranges on it. So it has that whole citrus look to it, which is, from what I understand and have seen so far with this subscription box, it has a lot of that. And then this looks really cool. And a lot of these colors are actually also to block my face so my camera doesn't zoom in there. There we go. So this is the other washi that you get inside of here. And I'll go ahead and do a real quick washi swatch for you so you can see what those look like laid out on a piece of paper and a little bit closer up as well. All right, we got more stuff to go. I do know there's a notebook inside of here, and I see them in there, but beforehand, I want to see what's inside of this. So this is new. This is a decorative tin note cards and one-sided dot grid paper. Okay, so this is where those envelopes are that I was talking about before. So this is definitely something new we haven't seen from Archer and Olive, where they've done any type of container. So love having these. These will be great for like paper scraps and, well, probably containing the envelopes and the things that are in here too. There we go. And I actually just today, I was cleaning up before the video because this was a mess back here. And I found some of the other smaller little notepads that came inside of the previous subscription boxes. And I was like, what do I do with these? Because they don't really look great on the shelf because they're kind of small. So this could be a really cool spot. So we have a few cards in here. I love this. It just reminds me like when Bonnie first started Archer and Olive, like way back in the day before like all of these notebooks, it was a wedding stationery shop. So it's cool to see her starting to get back into a little bit more of the stationery things that are here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 10 cards, and there's 5 different sayings or styles on here. So this one says scootin' on by to say hi. It's super cute with the little Vespa that's on there. It has Archer and Olive on the back, and then it's a blank note card on the inside there. So that's super nice. We have a You're Spectacular. That's super cute. This has the sunglasses on it, so that's pretty neat. You're the Zest. That's cute. That has a little flower cart on it, which is really nice. That's very cute. Liking that. And Orange You Amazing. And that just has a little basket on there with some oranges. Little orange basket for you. So loving that. That looks super cute. And then the last one is Hope All is Swimmingly Well. And that has a bathing suit on it there, which is pretty neat. So look at that. Loving that. And then inside of here, we also have the envelopes. Regular plain envelopes there for you. And then we also have a one-sided note card. So this has the dot grids on this side here. They're blank on the other side, and they follow with the same overall color pattern that we saw across everything so far. So that's really nice. We'll pop them back in our tin. I'm excited that I have this now. Not that I need anything else on my desk, but I definitely need a space to put some of these things. And I'll probably also put the wax seal and stuff in here too, and just kind of contain that all a little bit better. All right, let's go into these. So been looking forward to this specifically. This is something that I saw in the sneak peeks, and I was really thrilled about. I did get a little punch through here, but I'm not worried about it. But the packaging on this is very cool. So Archer and Olive always upping their packaging and what they're doing. So it's kind of cool. It's like it's paper, and then it's stitched to turn this into an envelope. You could most certainly reuse this. This is going to be the journal cover, so on the front here. And I've been looking forward to this just because it's awesome. So it has the closure here, little metal pegs. That's what popped through the packaging there. And it opens up like so. So faux leather, nothing ever from Archer and Olive is ever not going to be faux or, vegan leather, I guess is what it would be called instead. This is going to be for a traveler size notebook, which is going to be also inside of here too. I know that there is, because you're not going to ever have a traveler size cover without the traveler size notebook to go with it, right? All right, so we'll go ahead and open this up. So this has a really nice new packaging on it as well, a new design on the cover. Just a big fan of packaging. Coming from the design space, it's hard for me not to pay attention to it. I just think it's such a really important part of a brand and like how they present themselves. So anytime good packaging is there, I'm loving it. Oh, that's pretty. Look at that. All right, so here we have our traveler size notebook here. The cover on this is different. It's not a faux leather. It's not the canvas. It's actually kind of like a cardboard feeling to it. So that's definitely new. We've got a pattern similar to what we've seen with all of the washi tape that came through. And of course, the colors with the Acrylograph pens all working together as always. We do have a dot grid one here. So it's full dot grid, looking very cool. Loving that. There we go. So that'll fit right inside of this whole thing together. So I can put this notebook in here. So if we have it all closed up, it looks just like this. And then you can unfold it here, and it opens up like so. So the back flap goes inside of here. Your front flap goes in this front piece here. And then you just have just a really nice cover with your traveler. So loving that. That's very nice. We got more. There's always more inside of here. We do have another notebook. This looks like an A5 size. Look at that packaging too. I love this. This is so summery and fun with the oranges. I might have to replace, I kind of always have like some of my favorite covers featured in the back. I don't know if you've ever noticed that with any of my videos before, but depending on what I'm feeling like, I usually will put one back there, and maybe for the summer, it'll be this one. Oh, look at that. First of all, very bright. And we have a Vespa on the front of this cover here. So this is really nice with that foil stamp on it. Always appreciate the foil stamping that are done. Let's pop this out. Whoa. All right. That's new. Pink edges on these? Is this pink paper? Not that I have anything against pink, but it's not something that I would usually carry around work personally. But glad to see that there's white pages here. It's cool to see the colored edges. Again, we've seen a lot of the gilded edges in silver and gold. We've seen like the rainbow gilded edges as well. So now that we're getting into colored edges, this makes me think just in the future, as I tend to do and like theorize with any type of boxes like this, might they do some other type of colored edges with the white pages in the future, right? Like if this does really well, they get great feedback, they hear that people are loving it. Let me know. Let me know in the comments below too. Like, would you want to see like colored edges, not gold or silver or rainbow or this, but like pink or blue or yellow? Like, would that be something you'd be interested in? I'm curious to hear your thoughts on that. We have one last thing in here. I don't think this is like the most exciting thing inside of here, but it's like, of course, this is the last thing I pull out is going to be like a little tiny envelope. These are usually some type of stickers. So they've been doing a lot more of these stickers recently. They did in that last subscription box that we had were like flowers or monsteras and some other plants and things like that. And then we have a bunch inside of here. So they usually do about like 2 of each. I have a feeling, did they do that here? No, 1 of each. So we have a little orange bag here. So this is similar to the card that we saw inside of there with that orange bag. So it's made a reappearance. Here you go. Here's that little lemon cart. So these are going to be all of the things that I think were on those cards that we saw inside of there. Lemon cart. Yep. Here's bathing suits. So that was on the other one that we saw on there. It's little bathing suit stickers. And then, ooh, our Vespa. So the Vespa from the notebook is inside of here. So that's super cool. Wish you were here. Oh, and then these are the sunglasses from the You're Spectacular card that's inside of there. Look at me with my sunglasses. Which ones look better? These or these? All right, let's go ahead and start swatching things first. So we'll do the acrylographs first, and then we're gonna go and do a wax seal as well. Never have done those before, so hopefully that turns out okay for us. And then I'll go ahead and give you my honest review of what I think about this June subscription box. So let's go ahead and get that started. All right, so let's go ahead and check all these out. So I did confirm with my kids what the colors were. That's really important. And I got 3 out of the 5 correct. So I'm very proud of myself for that. All right, so now that I know the official, well, not official colors, but I know the name of the colors. We got a really dark blue. I was almost right on that one. We have an orange, we have a yellow, and then we have a pink, I'm told, so it makes sense. There's a lot of pink inside of this subscription box, so it makes sense that they're there. And then this one we were on the fence about. Someone said gray, someone said blue, so I'm going with blue-gray. Archer and Olive usually does release the official colors of these. I know I've mentioned it a few times, but just to kind of show you in some of the other boxes that they have, this was from the fall collection. This was the Spellbound collection. They started to put the names on the side of these. So it was nice and easy for the most part to be like, okay, Shroom or Midnight Navy. Okay, I know what color that is. And even for the recent Amanda Rach Lee collection that they did, they also put the names on here too. So it's just really nice. And as a person who has a hard time with colors, I just think it's something that's definitely missed from this time around. But I will not harp on it any longer. Let's go ahead and try these out. So I'm going to be putting them on 3 different types of paper. All of them are Archer and Olive paper that I got from my scrap bin. We have white, we have black, and we have the craft. I like to do this because it's helpful to see what it looks like on each one of these. The white usually looks great, right? Because it's the color on the color. I love seeing certain colors on the black, and the craft paper just does very weird but very cool things to colors. So I love to see what they look like on there as well. So let's go ahead and shake these up, and then we'll go ahead and try each one of them out. All right, I like to give them like a 2-minute shake. So let's go ahead and get them started. So I don't know if this is true or not. Someone said that they were able to use this to get that pen out. In the past boxes, they used to have a palette that you could use to blend colors and things on, but I'm just going to use this since it's here. So all of these are 0.7 millimeter colors. So we're going to go ahead with this yellow first. If you haven't used Archer and Olive acrylographs before, they are a wonderful, just opaque paint pen that you can use. And the way that you get them started is by shaking them first for about like 2 minutes or so. And then you start pressing down, and then the paint will start to come down onto the nib, and then you can go ahead and start using it right away. So let's go ahead and flip this around, just using this notebook cover paper, just so I don't mess up my background. All right, so we've got the yellow here at the top on all of those. Next is the really dark blue color. Then we had our orange. And then these, I just have to like really look at them for a second. Okay, so this is the blue-gray color. And then this is the pink here at the bottom. So you can see all of those there. So all of these colors are a part of this subscription box. All right, so let's go ahead and try out the Archer and Olive wax seal and wax set. So inside of this box, we have the 2 wax candles. So these are 2 of the wax types. They have the wick here on the top. That's what we're gonna burn. And you just kind of like turn it a little bit on its side and it'll drip the wax onto whatever surface you're going to be using. And then we also have the wax press, I guess is maybe what it's called. We've got the lemon here and the orange, which is very summery, fits very much in the vibe of everything that's inside of this subscription box. So I've actually never done this before, believe it or not. I've always seen people do these. I've seen people that have the little like wax cooker, I call it, where they put it over like a little tea candle and it, you know, pours in all of this, but this reduces the need for all of this and you can just use this. So let me go ahead and find my lighter that I just found, and we're going to just try it on this surface here. Usually the way that these would be done is if I was going to send, say, this card to someone, after I fill it out and put it in the envelope and address it on this side, then I would use the wax seal on this side here to then seal it shut and then send it in the mail. I don't want to waste these envelopes, so we're just going to be doing it on top of here. So let's go ahead and do this together. So what we're going to do is we're going to light the end of our wick here. Get that going. And then we're going to just kind of tip it a little bit. That will start to melt the wax here on the top. You'll see in just a second. And then what we want to do is we just want to drip some of that onto our paper here. All right, there we go. Starting to drip a little bit. You can see that. I'm going to put like a good dollop of it on here because I feel like this is pretty big and I want to be able to see the print on this. It's kind of the whole point. I don't know how fast the wax is going to dry. I'm like a little bit nervous because it's definitely taking its time. I still lit? Yep. Okay, let's go ahead and stop there. Let's blow this out. Ooh, I feel like I needed something to put this out in. All right, I just had to dip that in some water because that was not drying. All right, let's go ahead and do this real quick. Oh, good. I was so nervous that it was going to dry before I was ready to go. It's like hard to know how quickly these things happen. That was very exciting, but also nerve-wracking because the tip of that was not going out. Oh my goodness. All right. So that's down. It's been here for a minute or two. And we'll pull it up. All right. I definitely think I could have used more wax, but we'll save that for an actual thing. But that is pretty neat. It looks very cool. Like I mentioned in that video, they had some of these like faux ones, I guess, that they used, you know, previously. I don't think that's wax, but it had a cool imprint. So if I had a little bit more wax on here, I would have got a little bit of a better print, but not too bad for my first time. So excited to definitely use this. I know people will also go over these with like some powders or colors or things like that, but baby steps for me, my friend. That's why I think I like this so much, is because that allowed me to try this out to see, you know, if I would actually use this. I think sending letters is great, but like before I go out and buy all the beads and the wax and the whole kit and the whole little deal to melt everything down, this is a really great way to kind of introduce me lightly into it, give me a little bit of a panic attack, make me run for the water just to make sure that thing goes out. But I like the way it turned out, so pretty fun. All right, that was super fun. I was a little bit nervous for a minute with that wax seal. That wax pen thing was nice and cool, but It did not stop smoking. I couldn't tell if it had gone out or not and if it was gonna keep dripping, so it's done. We're all good there. I love the way it turned out. I can't wait to use that wax seal when I write a letter to a friend of mine. They'll be like, Mark, you're so fancy. And I'll say, I know, because I have this wax seal that I got to try. The Acrylograph Colors, really love them. They look great on all of those different papers. And again, shout out to my kids for helping me out with the names of some of those colors. It's hard to see. And I just really wish they would have it written on the pen. It just makes it a lot easier for anyone who has a hard time with colors. Okay, I'll stop now. Overall though, big fan of this box. I think everything is usable inside of here. When you break down the price, right, these are $75 for the quarterly subscription box. We had, I think it was $10 in shipping and then like $4.50 just for tax. So $89.50 for me to get this box. And overall, I'll tell you, I think it's definitely worth it. If you think about an A5 notebook, most of the time those run about $25 to $35 depending on the type. And then we also got the traveler size notebook and we got a notebook cover. Those alone would be about $65, $70 right there. But then we got washi tape, we got cards in that tin, we got the wax seal. Oh my gosh, what else did we get? Said washi tape already, stickers, all kinds of fun stuff. So definitely worth it. And these are all things that I feel like I would use right away or use in the near future, right? It's some of those older boxes I wasn't so much of a fan of because they were giving you things that were cool. Don't get me wrong. I like some of the things in there, but it was like, am I going to use this right away or not? And that's the hard thing, but that's also what I love about subscription boxes. You don't always know what you're going to get inside of those. And that's most of the fun. Aside from getting really cool things to try out, it's knowing that you have that. And I'm hoping that Archer and Olive does more with the wax seals or with the colored outside of the notebooks, right? We haven't seen those things before. And usually, not all the time, but sometimes when they try things out in these subscription boxes and they get a really good response, they bring them back. So like I mentioned before, I could totally see like a set of the wax imprints with like the cool Archer and Olive leaves or something like that on, or even the ampersand. I think that looks very cool. That would be cool to get in the mail. The different colors on the outside of those notebooks, that could be something cool to potentially see in the future as well. So I love them because there may be things that never come out ever again, and I have them. And I think that's really cool. And I love the themes too. So overall, very happy with this box. And I'd love to hear from you. What did you think about this subscription box? Whether you got it for yourself or if you're thinking about it or you're just viewing and living vicariously through me, what was your favorite item and what is something that you feel like you would really love? And maybe was there anything you weren't so much of a fan of that was a part of this subscription box? Let me know in the comments down for you below. I'll put all the links for Archer and Olive, including my affiliate code for you, which is menwhobullet10. If you want to use that, you can't use it on subscription boxes, but you can use that on other items at archerandolive.com. At the end and checkout, you just put in menwhobullet10 and it'll take 10% off your order, no extra cost to you. And if you do want to get this subscription box, I'll go ahead and put a direct link for you in the descriptions below if you want to try it out and get this for yourself. There's some very amazingly cool things in this box, no doubt about it. Definitely worth it in my opinion. Thanks again for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate it. And I'll talk with you very soon. Happy planning. See you soon.